I've been trying to get every platinum trophy in the universe of Ratchet Clank games, all the way from the PS2 to the PS5, but there's a couple of games on the PSP that tend to get overlooked. Recently, one of those two PSP games was ported to modern consoles, and along with it came trophy support. That game is known as Ratchet Clank Size Matters. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. The community at large genuinely hates this game and its portable partner, Secret Agent Clank. But you best believe I'll be platting Secret Agent Clank if it ever gets ported too. But my question is Size Matters really as bad as everyone says? Let's find out as we tackle all 32 trophies plus the platinum for 33. Also, I stream the whole journey here on YouTube, so keep an eye out for that stuff so you can join up as well. So we open the game to find our heroes taking a day off on the beaches of Pokitaru, but it is interrupted quickly by Luna, the fan of Ratchet. She low-keyed a paparazzi, but any excuse for Ratchet to beat up some robots, he'll take it.
I was thinking maybe you could fight some robots or something. I know where you could find them.
I do have a massage scheduled in 15 minutes, but oh, what the heck.
Dude, all I hear is Johnny Test. I literally don't hear anyone else. At the end of the tutorial segment, you get the game's first piece of collectible armor. I actually didn't mind the armor mechanics in the game. It was an interesting twist on the usual damage reduction, don't hate me. Let's go. Our first trophy, the quartered wardrobe. I'm assuming that's just for getting some armor. But then after the tutorial, Luna gets kidnapped by different robots, but they have guns, causing Ratchet to cut his vacation short. Along this next path, I picked up my first of many titanium bolts. This is another collectible alongside the armor. Okay, obviously there's something over there. Okay, well, only the long jump function would work. Oh, I got it. A bolt. Sure. Let's get them as I see them. Alright. Oh, that was a trophy too. Bolt fan. You're too deep. We track down Luna to a planet, and on that planet there are plants, and there's a gadget for planting plants on the planet with plants on it. That's a trophy, which is why I talked about it that way. It's a grower. Get it, guys? Because size matters. And also it's a grower, so like if your PP small, you usually say like, oh, it's not about the size of the boat, it's about the motion of the ocean. Or whatever. One of the biggest pain points for me on this game was the Clank sections. He is proof that size matters because he can't hold guns, which is the good part of these rat games. Clank levels. Can't wait.
Ratchet.
Bro, he's literally me. But Clank doing his thing is what progresses the story, which means we go to the next planet, where they be making robots that abducted Luna. On this planet is where we encounter the first batch of races. I don't mind the races in this game for what they're worth. You know, they added the vertical axis, which was kind of neat. And there are trophies related to the races a bit later. So moving on at the moment, I was just breaking stuff to get as many bolts as I could. And I broke enough things to pop an accidental trophy. Well, he would be. Display of vandalism? Nice. We broke some shit. And doing some of that Jack 1-ass platforming a few areas later gets us to our first full set of armor and another trophy related to it. Activate console? I'm already on a console. I'm at the platform up. Okay, dude, it's just Jack 1. Nice. I got some boots. Little booties. Style with a twist. For collecting, I assume, collecting a full set of armor. Finally, at the end of this planet, we fought the first boss of the game, Mungo the Space Monkey. Oh! I almost got infinitely stuck. And this is a boss fight. But early ahead. Ah! 1 HP in a dream. Let's go. Space Monkey Fever. 1 HP in a dream? But turns out, all of the activity so far was all a ruse, a trick, a goof, a bamboozle, if you will. This whole time, Luna wasn't stuck in here with the robots. We were stuck in here with Luna.
Now try. She sells seashells by the...
Ratchet gets hit with that Zaza booster shot and he gets sent to the Shadow Realm, while Clank is doing some real lame shit. My least favorite activities in the game, beyond just Clank levels. But back to Ratchet, bro should have never smoked that shit cause now he in the Captain Quark Kravchenko operating room from Black Ops 1.
I remember! Bakuna!
That being said, Clank finally gets there and he frees my boy, and then Ratchet and Clank fight to escape surgery by exploding the hospital he was in. This is just like the Joker from that one. Afterwards, you can go back into the dream world by interacting with the indestructible operating table, and that is a trophy on its own. Enter the dream time. What happens if I go in here? I am the nightmare. I guess that's just for going into dream time. On this destroyed space station, a second batch of races appears for you to do as well. The track is neat because you can fly on asteroids and broken space station bits, and through the vacuum of space itself. During the first race that is mandatory, the wager is the polarizer gadget, and if you win, you get a trophy for it. Sounds like cheating. Adverse attraction. Probably for unlocking the polarizer. And while I was tackling the optional parts of the races in this area, Kintler the goat makes her one of many drops of knowledge. Get a trophy for using a shortcut? If only there was a way I could know where the shortcut is. If only someone in chat would tell me exactly when and where the shortcut is at so that I could go and do the shortcut for the trophy. It's there, I think? I think I can kind of... Nice. Thank you, Kintler. On the next planet, we gotta shrink ourselves down to the size of the Technomites to continue. What's the lore on the Technomites? Basically, they're a sentient race of teeny tiny organisms who get bullied for being so small and also being nerds. And for some reason, they were the ones endorsing the experiments on Ratchet. Once inside their city, I bought my 8th weapon across the save, which for some reason was a trophy despite it not being all the weapons in the game. Weapon Collector Ratchet. That is a trophy. Is that all the weapons in this game? Right before the big boss fight, I was able to upgrade my Lacerator, which is the shittiest blaster in the game. Bro thinks he's deadlocked with a dual wield, but it's still a pea shooter. But getting any weapon to its upgraded version is a trophy though. This one's my favorite. I don't know what that is for. Almost immediately after, I spent my bolts on the second to last gadget, the PDA. Might as well buy the PDA, like why not? Expedited on-demand delivery. Another trophy, number 12. I pretty much never use this thing because the PDA is a bigger scam than Uber Eats. It 10x's the price of ammo when you get that shit delivered. So then I fought the boss of the planet, which is a Technomite dropship. It wasn't too bad because it got me a trophy and it gives us a lead on where Luna is to get some payback. Do I risk it? I think I risk it all. Technomite dropshipping. I'd be doing a lot of illegal dropshipping on the low. This is probably the planet that I remember the most because Luna's boss fight was a genuine struggle back when I was a little baby. Coming back to it in my prime, I was cooking. But first, I got my 10th titanium bolt for another trophy by doing some easy platforming. Okay, so that should have been, oh, it says 10 on the trophy, so I'm assuming that's my 10th platinum bolt, or titanium bolt, which means I got my 14th trophy. Then I took the fight to Luna, who was in a crop duster that also converts into a combine, and also has guns that do strafing runs. Luna is basically Dark Souls because you've got to learn her attack pattern before you can get good, and beating up a child gives us a trophy. You just gotta get the newest gun, that's how you win. Small but deadly trophy. I'm assuming for beating Luna. So the big reveal is that Luna herself is a robot Gundam for the Technomites inside of her head. And when Clank tries to interface with the body, he gets clapped and invaded by Technomites. Clank is dead. Then it's up to Ratchet to shrink himself down and do shooting and platforming inside of Clank. Listen, there are so many things to say about this. We just don't talk about it because I actually kind of like the level design. About halfway through exploring Clank's body in unknown ways, I bought the Map-O-Matic from the vending machine that he just keeps in his head. There is no escape from purchasing things, but at least there's a trophy. Oh, I can buy the Map-O-Matic. Another one of the collection. I think that's for buying all of the gadgets. So eventually we fixed Clank back up, and he was able to uncover that the Technomites are hiding out in the final planet of the game. And while we could go do the endgame, that is not optimal for getting trophies, so let's do that first. First up, that Map-O-Matic that I bought will show me where all of the platinum bolts were. Titanium bolts? Platinum bolts? I don't know. Most of them were stupid easy to get, but there's a couple of weird ones, like this max range frame perfect input wall climb inside of Clank's head. Like, I just think wall kick. But it's too wide. Oh, this might be it actually. It'd have to be perfect. This might be one of the hardest wall kicks I've ever done. Yes, oh my god. And then there's also this crazy floating one in the Dreamtime, which I got lucky with. Alright, now how the fuck do I get over there? There really isn't anything for me to jump onto. How do I get there? The fuck? I can't even jump there. How do I get there? What's the point of this? Oh. Okay. Alright. I got the trophy. I don't know how I did that. The next step was to go back to Pokitaru. At this point, we're trying to get enough skill points for a different trophy where you have to complete 15 of them. And while on this planet, you can run into this big ass blue crab. And when you smack it, you get a trophy. Cool. Can't mess with the enemies. Yeah, I'm trying to get the fucking, the cow skill point. Oh shit. Well, there's the blue one. There's the big one. Okay. Also, falling in the water on Pokitaru and getting eaten is a trophy. Gotta get eaten. There it is, Lombax sushi. For getting eaten alive. Kind of terrifying though. Also, Slim Cognito exists in this game, and buying a mod for a weapon gives you a trophy. Well, there's a mod for buying a trophy. Or buying mod trophy for mod. That's what I'm talking about. Shady dealings, big results. These mods actually seem fairly useful in general, but I was acting broke to stay rich. Not many would understand, so I never really used them because I never really needed to. Eventually, we did hit 15 skill points across the planets, and that allowed us to stop there with all the skill point stuff. Hey, okay. So that was my 15th skill point for the 21st trophy. 21. Thank God it ain't red 21. I then did something crazy. I googled the secret armor in Size Matters. Combining different armor types in a certain way in Size Matters unlocks even more sets. Wildfire Mega Bomb. There it is, the hidden potential. I'm telling y'all, the armor mechanic deserves to be in a more fully fleshed out game, SMH my head. Next up, we had to find out how to get into the high impact treehouse. This is basically the Insomniac Museum, but for high impact games. So basically, what I did was stream for 16 hours straight until about 4 AM US Eastern Time. Psych! I changed the internal clock on my PS5, load up Planet Metalis, and go to the right place and teleport to it. Easy enough. Nice. Enjoy your stay. Number 23. There are a couple additional tasks in the treehouse. The first thing I stumbled on was picking up the cut weapon. What is that? I have the cut. What could have been? Number 24, the cut weapon. This seemed like it would have been a version of the mini turret glove / launcher from Going Commando, Ouya, and Deadlocked. Could have been useful. But also in the treehouse, there is a set of Clank puzzles with funky ass names. And these are uniquely difficult in a way that makes me wish they were all at this level of difficulty. But finishing just a single one of them gives me my last trophy needed from the treehouse. That's just too easy for someone like me. Yeah, buddy. I won. I always win. Clank will be proud. Thank you, Clank. And then the final trophy, before needing to battle the final boss and go into New Game Plus, is to complete a race in 4th place. This is actually harder than it sounds. I actually failed it my first try. The reason it's hard is because the game genuinely wants you to win badly. And also when the very first bot or player finishes the race, whatever place you're at is what you're locked in as. Oh no, I'm losing. I have to lose in 4th. Oh my god, I didn't throw hard enough. How could I get to the point where it's hard to throw? I'm literally so good, I can't lose. But then I got the trophy right after realizing what I needed to do. There we go. A lost talent. 26. We're so close. Now we go back to Quadrona or whatever. Finally, we can go back to the final planet and battle the final boss, Auto Destruct. The local enemies and the boss reveal that the plan all along was to use data and DNA recovered from Ratchet to create an army of Ratchets and then use them to beat up all the bullies of the Technomites and then take over the galaxy or something. Using the rewind mechanic built into the emulator for Size Matters, Auto Destruct falls over like a little baby boy he is. Oh, you making a clap. Yeah, smoke, idiot. Not a single hit of damage. It's just too easy. What can I say? Game made for babies? It's whatever. It's okay. Full auto annihilation. We're beating the game. And then we turn his brain into a monkey, and then I restart the game to take on challenge mode. Unfortunately, in challenge mode is where Size Matters fails to address the bullet sponge allegations. Roll the clip, man. Are you serious? I used all of my ammo. But much like other challenge modes in the other Ratchet games, there is a bolt multiplier that increases as you defeat enemies without taking damage. And just like the other Ratchet games, this multiplier stacks up to, wait, 12x? What do they mean by this? Who's gonna tell him the maximum bolt multiplier in this game is times 12? They were not cooking when they made this shit, bro. Anyways, the first time you get it to stack up to 12x, you get a trophy. Workers does. We got the X12 trophy. But using the laser gun thing and the mutator, I was able to make quick work of most enemies simply because the mutator doesn't really scale with the health like in other games. There is one trophy I missed around the first time playing through Size Matters, and it has to do with that Mungo the Space Monkey again. The task was to beat Monkey Man with our monkey wrench, and I was getting my ass whipped for a little while. Here comes the boss. We're gonna have to fight the boss, and with the wrench only. That hit me. Okay. Swear to God, it's RNG. Well, yeah, I thought of that too. Changing my armor. Okay, the crystal one goes crazy. Nice. Monkey wrenched. So the end goal at this point is to simply buy the Rhino. That thing costs 10 million bolts. The most expensive thing of any Ratchet and Clank game so far. I was pissed when I figured it out. How much is it? Okay, the Rhino is 10... The Rhino is 10 million bolts. Y'all are trolling me, bro. Oh, these bolts better come quick, bro. But luckily, the bolt economy is fucking insane in this game. And after beating Luna for the second time and inserting my small self into Clank again, I made it to my goal. Just a bit over 10 million bolts acquired. 20,000 bolts. We crossed the 10 million threshold. Now we just need to get to the vendor. Moment of truth. Buy the Rhino. We exit for the rip you a better one. I can't lie, gotta be one of the worst Rhinos out the gate, because it can't even one-shot this little mite thing inside of Clank's dome. Alright, what's the Rhino like? This shit does not do any damage. But then I got the other thing I needed. This was the reason I needed just over 10 million bolts, and that was to buy a Titan weapon. That was my final trophy, gamers. The Titan dual lacerators. For our last Ratchet and Clank Size Matters trophy. Bigger and better than ever. And then we end off with which one? It's how you use it. Size does not indeed matter. At this point, now it's a good time to answer my original question. Was Size Matters really that bad? And I mean, mostly yes, sometimes no. I'm feeling a light to decent 5 on this thing. Transition. Thanks for watching the journey of beating Size Matters. That marks the end of the PS2 and the PSP era until Secret Agent Clank gets ported as well. Next up, we begin tackling the PS3 games on YouTube and Twitch, hopefully. Starting with Tools of Destruction. You might be thinking, wait a minute, Tools doesn't have trophies. And you'd be right, but that's why I've taken the liberty of inventing my own trophies for the playthrough. Stay tuned for that, watch live streams, all that shit. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and comment your favorite size and why it matters. If you want to suggest some possible trophies for Tools of Destruction, or you just want to keep up with myself and the community, you should join my Discord, link down below. Follow my Twitter as a meme because I only use it to post video links anyway. And with that, I will see you all in the next one.